This is lesson 45 on pages 96 and 97. It actually is just going to be on 96. And it is all angles of a circle. Okay, we're going to kind of group them together from the lessons that we've had, and I'll kind of flip back to see which ones that we're doing. We're going to do the central angles first, which was lesson 39. And I will have post-its of these when you get back to school if you want to get those. I'm going to actually draw mine on my paper. It's just going to be easier for me to show it. So we're going to look first at, and I just said that, and I forgot what lesson I just said. I think it said 39. So lesson 39 was central angles. And I'm going to draw a circle. And I'll have to estimate my center since I don't have my geometer with me. And I do have a ruler somewhere. So I'm going to draw, actually, I think it's, okay, I'm going to draw my angle, something like this. I don't have the post. Okay, the one that I have, the post that I have, has the circle, the center here. It has the center of the circle, the vertex. The center of the circle is A, that's the vertex of the angle. And it has B, A, C, and then it has a point D over here. And if we're interested in our central angle and we're interested in the arc that it intercepts, then we know that the measure of the angle equals the measure of the arc. So if the measure of angle BAC is, oh, that looks like it might be about 80 degrees, then the measure of the arc would be about 80 degrees, would be also 80 degrees. Okay, then we're going to look at lesson 40, which was inscribed angles. And then the other lesson that we did were the angles that were, the vertex was on the circle, and that was lesson 44. And we can treat those together. We've got inscribed angles, and we've got angles with vertex on the circle. And the first one that we're going to use looks like this. Let me find my post-its. Okay. Got a circle. We're going to put the vertex up here. I believe the center of the circle is circle O. And the sides, I believe, go A, B, C. So let's see if I can draw that one like that. So we've got point A, point B, and point C. And in the other picture, and it seems like I have those with me, that is this circle right here. And it is circle O. Oh, I'm sorry, not keeping it lined up very well, am I? And then you have a tangent on the outside of the circle. Now, the one on the post-it stops at the circle right here, but I'm going to actually extend it out, which you may want to do when you get the post-it. There's a point C out here, and they call this point of intersection right here the B, and then they put a chord across here, and they have point A down here. Okay, the measure of both of these is when you get ready to find the measure of the angle, that it's equal to the measure of the arc divided by 2. So, and you can go backwards, you can go forwards. So in this case, if this is a 40-degree angle, then this is an 80-degree arc. Or if it's an 80-degree arc, that's a 40-degree angle. It goes both ways. In this case, same situation. You've got your angle, you've got your intercepted arc right here, which is arc AB, and then here it was AC. And so this angle is half of whatever this arc is. Well, if I just kind of eyeball that, I would estimate that arc at being about 100 degrees, and then the angle would be 50 degrees. So that's a relationship. That's lesson 40 and lesson 44. And then the third one are angles that are inside the circle. Angles that intersect are formed inside circle. And that was lesson, I'm guessing, probably 42. And that is this one. Now, let me see if I can find that post-it. Okay. I have... Okay, let's see if I can draw this one. We've got an arc across here. It doesn't have the center marked. We have a chord across here, and they call that DC. And then they have one across here, and they call that AB. And then the point of intersection in here is E. And if we want to find the measure of angle AEC or DEB, those two angles are vertical and they're the same. So I'm going to say the measure of angle AEB is equal to, and the formula is the measure of the angle is equal to the sum of the two intercepted arcs divided by 2. Well, if you follow your, especially if you use a ruler, if you follow your angles out, it goes from here to here. And if you go backwards, the other one goes from here to here. So in this case, we're going to let this angle be, we're going to let this arc here be 20 degrees. And I think we'll let this one here be, let's see what we want to let that one be. Let's let it be 100 degrees. So the measure angle AEB, AEC, here we go. I was showing the angle right, but I called it wrong. AEC and then angle DEB will be the same, and I guess that's where I got it confused. You're going to take the 20 plus the 100 divided by 2, which is 120 divided by 2, which is 60 degrees. And that would make this 60 degrees and this 60 degrees. And then the last one, and I thought I could get it on page 95, but I think I'm going to put it on 96. It's going to be the one outside. And I have that one. Okay, that post-it looks like this. Okay, you've got your angle out here. This is what I like to have post-its, but I just didn't get it printed before we left school last week. And so we've got A out here. We've got point B right here, point C right here, point D, and point E. Now, the one on the post-it, the arcs are a little bit bigger, so I think I'll probably do it more to the scale of it when you get ready to put this post-it in your notebook. but the measure of the angle is equal to the large arc minus the small arc divided by 2. So when you follow your angle A out, then you've got this angle, arc here, and this one. And you're going to take the big one minus the little one. And we're going to let the big one be 100. And we're going to let the little one be 20. So I'll do 100 degrees and 20 degrees. So the measure of angle A equals 100 degrees minus 20 degrees divided by 2, which is 80 degrees over 2, which is 40 degrees. And I don't know why that's glaring a little bit. There we go. Maybe I need to adjust my light just a little bit. There we go. Let's try that. Equals 40 degrees.